friends and poetry lovers all over the world. This is Professor Syed Amiruddin, your well-known poet in English, speaking to you all. Well friends, thank you all for showing such an overwhelming love and adoration on me. Also friends, thank you all for expressing such a huge appreciation for my last week video message and for my poem on love of God. Well friends, after seeing such a genuine response from you all, I thought of sharing few more thoughts on what is good poetry in our present discussion. Friends, this is our 5th series of poetry recital session. Now friends, as I have already told you that poetry to me is revelation, exploration, discovery and illumination. Its values extended to eternity. Well friends, we must understand who is a poet and what are the characteristic qualities of a creative writer. Therefore friends, the poet is the creator. He creates as he witnesses, feels and experiences, and ultimately his perception translates those subjects, objects and characters to form poetry with his powerful rhetoric language. Hence friends, a good poet must always question about his existence to understand the secrets of life. Friends, now I would like to recite a few lines from my poem where I discussed what existence means. Here I go. Existence is a cosmic drama where life and death are intertwined in struggle for a sustained sojourn in this world. Well friends, in another poem, according to the poet, the ultimate truth is one entity, one creation, one divinity. That is the truth. That's all everyone must know. Friends, in one of my poems, I am talking about the timelessness of a poet's existence. Here I recite a few lines. A poet never dies. He goes on forever. No grave can bury him. No monument can confine him. A poet is for all times and for all climes. Well friends, in my poetry, I always talk about the mystery of uncertainty, which in fact is a reality. Therefore friends, what I feel is everyone must understand the wisdom of uncertainty to lead the life of solace. Friends, like Rumi and Dante, I have explored a lot on love poetry. Here I recite a few lines on love. Love awake or love asleep is a feathered dream. Life without love and longing is a soul dark and heart opaque. Friends, as you are aware that poets are gifted persons, they are always compared to great saints and saints. It is simply because sometimes what they write seems prophetic outpourings. Well friends, the reason for this is poets are endowed with special powers of intuition. Intuition is a sense of knowing instinctively, that is, knowledge from within. Now friends, I would like to quote Albert Einstein, who beautifully explains the superiority of intuition over reason. Okay, now listen to Einstein. The intuitive mind is sacred gift, and rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. Well friends, in another place, Socrates glorifies intuition, calls it pure instinct. The quality is mainly possessed by the poet. Socrates says, it is not wisdom, but it is the instinct or inspiration that makes the poet to come out with poetic outpourings. Then friends, now I would like to quote what Socrates has said. I decided that it was not wisdom that enabled poets to write their poetry, but a kind of instinct or inspiration such as you find in seers and prophets who deliver all their sublime messages without knowing in the least what they mean. That's what Socrates has to say. Well friends, as we have understood that all good poets have been endowed with this gift and intuition, that is inexplicable inspiration that stirs their imagination, the result is revelations and incantations. Poets like Thiruvalluvar, Alvars, Kalidasa, Tagore, Shakespeare, Dante and Rumi, to mention a few. Friends, now I would like to quote what some of my critics have said. In Sayers' poetry, vignettes of everydayness sparkle deliriumed excellences, dark unfathomed secrecies blaze as discoveries, common descents are revered as revelations, feelings flame as images. Now friends, I would like to recite a few lines from my poem that describes the human trauma. Please listen. What is this savagery at this threshold of the new century? There is holocaust in every heart. There is shimmering sham in every soul. Friends, after talking to you about good poetry and the role of intuition that plays in the lives of poets, but what I feel is a good poet is a hypersensitive being, a great observer of life and nature, and one who tries to unravel the mystery of here and the hereafter. On the whole, a good poet is a visionary of the now and the far beyond. Okay friends, now I have a special poem for you, specially written for this 5th session of our poetry recital session. You see friend, most of us in the lockdown time remain in our houses, restless, doing nothing, but only brooding about this most dreadful COVID-19 coronavirus. At this juncture, we need some intellectual recreation. So friends, let us be transported into the world of oblivion, an escape into the imaginary poetic world, rather into the aesthetic realms, is better than the disgust and drudgery we have been experiencing. Friends, that is the main intention of reciting this unique poem today. Well friends, the title of the poem is A Prayer. Certainly this poem will stir your imagination and also touch your souls. Friends, in this poem, faith and prayer are vividly examined poetically, and finally real prayer is glorified, and the poem ends with the noble efficacy of a genuine prayer which is universal in nature. Okay friends, now I am going to recite the poem. The title of the poem is A Prayer. Please listen to me. The soul soaked, all alluring, than to a prayer mutter in a murky mind. Faith is a flowery fiesta for our spiritual spirals. No prayer can reach the desired doom of gold, if the flimsy faith is frizzy, frivolous. No prayer with a hollow heart and fretty mind can redeem the silhouetted soul in flinchy, dire, dormant. Prayer is pious, purple, and in rambling flitty, whereas flamy faith is for all tumultuous times. Soul shimmering with faith will never shine resplendent and receives seismic signals of felicity. Radiance glow. Soul shimmering with faith will ever shine resplendent and receive seismic signals of felicity from the radiance aglow. Also, prayer without the flamboyant faith is like the tantalizing, turvy tongue of a hypocrite. Faith enjoys the luminous lilt of the far beyond. Faith is a fluorescent flurry and fidgety. Faith is stupendous, regal and firm. To the enchanting prayer, purple and rigorous. Tongue in cheek, mind in distract, is not the meandering to seek the munificent grace. Feathery feelings, sentiments serene, thoughts spontaneous, affirms the fathoms of faith to the golden threshold of tranquility eternal. Faith is flary, fabulous, entreats the airy, unknown. Faith is flary, fabulous, entreats the airy, unknown, the all-embracing, all-merciful, the all-pervading, all-compassionate. Thus, the frenzied faith leads the faith of love divine. Remember, real faith diffuses into a real prayer of solace. Also, real faith rebounds into real love of God. Thus, one becomes a pulsating perennial lover, in love with love, in love with love, the blue fire of love. At this, the shrilly shrieks from within, in delirious faith flutter. Pronounce one, desire one, seek only. Pronounce,
Action.
At this, the shrilly shrieks from within, in delirious faith flutter. Pronounce one, desire one, seek only one, see one, speak one, and one alone. Seeking soul in sprightly spirit, hover bellowing beyond, the blissful beyond, the virile valley void of spiritual spheres. Thus, the piety prayer soars in dizzy worlds. Thus, the piety prayer soars in dizzy worlds. O God, grace me love of you and love to those who love you. O God, make my life a glimmering lamp to dispel the darkness from this immoral world. O God, make my life a glimmering lamp to dispel the darkness from this immoral world. O God, make my mind attuned to the sad sagas of every suffering soul. O God, make my mind attuned to the sad sagas of every suffering soul. O God, make my heart harness the beast in every human. O God, make my heart harness the beast in every human. Thank you, all of you, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me so carefully, this poetic fiesta. I think all of you will certainly enjoy this poem. Hope to see you in our next session. Until then, bye.